Hello, Formula One fans. The championship race just got a whole lot hotter. The second-place driver in the standings has just thrown down a direct challenge to the leader, and believe me, he's more confident than ever. But is it really possible to dethrone the Flying Dutchman? And that's not all. The mastermind behind Red Bull's championship-winning cars has just dropped a bombshell in the F1 paddock. He's finally revealed the real reason behind his move to Aston Martin. And let me tell you, it's nothing like what we expected. What's really going on behind the scenes? Formula One news is absolutely on fire right now, so don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Formula One. Just hit that subscribe button below the video. It's quick, free, and you don't even need to sign up. This is F1 Fastline News, your daily source for everything Formula One. Let's get straight to it. We're kicking things off with an exclusive look at Lando Norris's bold strategy to take down Max Verstappen's reign. The McLaren driver is determined to make history and snatch the title away from the Dutchman, even knowing the task is nearly impossible. Lando has made it clear that to have a real shot, he needs to finish ahead of Verstappen in every one of the 6 remaining races this season. Sounds like a simple plan on paper, but executing it will be a true trial by fire, especially against the sheer power of Red Bull and Max's relentless consistency. "This is what I have to do. This is what we have to do as a team," Lando said after his victory at the Singapore Grand Prix. The Brit is currently 52 points behind Verstappen in the standings, but heads into the United States Grand Prix with all the momentum on his side. He knows that if he can win all the remaining races and bag the extra points for fastest laps, the only way Max can secure the title would be to finish second every single time. Is Verstappen ready for this kind of pressure? And here's where a crucial factor comes into play: competition within the grid. Oscar Piastri, Norris's teammate, has shown steady improvement and is now an essential asset for McLaren. If Piastri can stay consistently in the top 3, he could be a key player in helping Lando form a true blockade against Verstappen. Another factor that could complicate things for the championship leader is Ferrari's recent resurgence. Charles Leclerc has finally found his groove, and with the Scuderia on the rise, Max will have to fend off an increasingly stronger McLaren and a Ferrari hungry for every single position. In other words, Lando might not be fighting this battle alone. However, Lando understands the size of the task at hand. He knows he's not up against just any competitor. "I still have a lot of points to catch up, and it's not going to be easy. It's against Red Bull and against Max, the most dominant pairing we've ever seen in Formula One," Norris acknowledged, and he's not exaggerating. Verstappen and Red Bull have been nearly unbeatable since last year, and breaking that dominance will require nothing short of perfection on track and maybe a bit of luck too, but Norris seems more confident than ever. "We're doing a better job as a team right now because my car and our car are faster than theirs," he stated. And that, coming from a driver who knows the limitations of his machinery, means a lot. McLaren has been innovating in every aspect of their car, from aerodynamic tweaks to small solutions like the creation of mini DRS flaps that have caught their rivals off guard. So, I ask you, do Lando and McLaren have an ace up their sleeve that we haven't seen yet? And what if Verstappen runs into unexpected trouble in the midfield? If there's a scenario where this is possible, it's right now. The season is nearing its end, and the pressure is going to keep building with every lap. Shifting gears, let's dive into another game-changing piece of news that's set to shake up the F1 paddock. You've already heard it here on the channel. Adrian Newey, one of the most legendary engineers in Formula One history, is leaving Red Bull to start a new chapter of his career with Aston Martin. The mastermind behind so many championship-winning cars is now ready to take on a brand new challenge. Let's break down this decision. Newey has been a cornerstone of Red Bull since he joined in 2006, and over the past 20 years, he's played a pivotal role in developing cars that defined an era like the RB6, and most recently, the RB19, the most dominant car in the sport's history, with an astounding 95.5% win rate in a single season. However, as Newey himself revealed in a recent interview, something started to change. Since the Japanese Grand Prix back in April, Newey had already stepped back from day-to-day operations at Red Bull. According to him, this happened naturally, as he felt his motivation to keep pushing the boundaries with the RB20 just wasn't the same. You start to feel like you're just going through the motions, doing things out of habit. That aha moment in the middle of the night with a fresh idea wasn't there anymore, the engineer admitted. And when that happens, it's a clear sign that it's time for a change. The truth is, while the RB17, a parallel and more personal project, did reignite some of Newey's creative spark, he knew it was time to seek out a new adventure. So, why Aston Martin? Well, we all know the team has sky-high ambitions, and bringing in someone like Adrian Newey only reinforces their commitment to becoming a real competitive force on the grid. Newey will be stepping into the role of managing technical partner, a position that will allow him to operate in a strategic leadership capacity, overseeing not only the technical development of the car, but also collaborating on long-term plans that will significantly shape the future of the team. This way, Newey will have the opportunity to implement his unique and revolutionary vision in every detail, from aerodynamic concepts to mechanical refinement, and help Aston Martin reach a level of performance and recognition that they've long aspired to, but never fully realized. Aston Martin has already shown signs of growth this season, especially with the surprisingly competitive car they brought to the start of the championship. But with Newey on board, can we expect an even bigger leap forward? Lawrence Stroll, the team owner, surely pulled out all the stops to make sure Newey felt valued and challenged. This partnership will undoubtedly elevate Aston Martin to a whole new level. And what about Red Bull? Many fans might be wondering, will the Milton Keynes squad feel Newey's absence? The reality is that Red Bull has reached such a high level of maturity that, according to Newey himself, it was time for him to step back. I felt like we were becoming a bit stale, and I think the guys also felt like they needed to prove they could do it on their own, he said. This statement makes us think, to what extent has Red Bull relied on Newey's revolutionary ideas to stay at the top? The team undoubtedly has a strong structure and competent professionals who have absorbed a lot of the engineers' knowledge over the years. Christian Horner and Helmut Marko have already expressed confidence that Red Bull will remain competitive, even without Newey's constant presence at headquarters. Even so, the impact of Adrian Newey's departure cannot be underestimated. His ability to visualize creative solutions and apply unique aerodynamic concepts is what helped transform Red Bull into the powerhouse it is today. On the other hand, this also opens the door for new talents within the team to step up and bring fresh perspectives to future projects. One thing's for sure, starting on March 1st, 2025, Newey will be officially tied to Aston Martin, and his contributions will start shaping the team's vision for upcoming seasons. He'll still be involved in developing the RB17, but now in a more remote role, participating in track tests and meetings via video conference. So what can we expect in the future? Will Aston Martin finally establish itself as a team capable of challenging Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari at the top of the grid? And as for Red Bull, can they maintain their dominance without their brightest creative mind being constantly present? And what about the title race? Are we about to witness one of the biggest comebacks in Formula One history? Or will Verstappen and Red Bull hold on to their supremacy until the end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Here, we talk about Formula One with no filters, strong opinions, and tons of information. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and become part of this passionate fan community. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and share it with your fellow Formula One enthusiasts. Let's keep growing this amazing F1 fan community together. See you next time, speeding towards victory.